So what does Adidas buying Metaverse lands in the Sandbox game mean? Or what about Adidas Originals partnership with Coinbase? What does that all entail? Is this the top or are we still early? GM, NFT Explorers, Mike Damazo here to help you navigate through the Metaverse as your no-shill resource. So for this video, we'll go over Web3 Metaverse lands, Adidas in the Sandbox game, and their most recent partnership with Coinbase. So at the start of the year, no one really knew or had an understanding of what the Metaverse land was or how it's going to be, let alone the economic impact on the space. Economic. I don't know why I had a hard time saying that. Well, there definitely was an early group of settlers in the Metaverse lands, seeing their potential of not what it is currently, but what it will be within this next decade. Now, you want to fast forward to when Facebook jumped the shark, announcing they are rebranding as Meta.
I am proud to announce that starting today, our company is now Meta.
For me personally, the only Meta I know is Meta World Peace. But let's go back to this new buzzword and see what implications it has. According to Wikipedia, the Metaverse is the integration between virtual and physical spaces and virtual economies. Now, it isn't limited to a VR experience on the Oculus. You and I are already interacting online as you watch this, and tap that thumbs up for this video. Web3 Metaverse could be worth over $1 trillion within the next couple of years. Let's take a look at known brands entering this space. Adidas Original isn't a new player when it comes to interacting with Metaverse Lens. Earlier this year, they had a digital fashion collaboration in Decentraland, a Metaverse land on the blockchain. But it didn't bring as much hype as what we're currently reporting on. First, Adidas laces up to announce a playground location in the Sandbox game. That is them showing their move towards Web3. Let's go over the Sandbox for a bit. So the Sandbox land floor price right now is 2,390 sand, so about $60,000. The price of sand is currently $6.70, so it's no surprise that Adidas has decided to own its own Metaverse land in that property. If you want a more in-depth look at the Sandbox game and why I invested 0.459 ETH or about 1,800 back in May, you can check out the video that I'll link at the bottom and also at the end. Adidas' play here is one to keep an eye on, as it is still early to tell if they plan to release an NFT. With them being in Sandbox, they do have the option to drop voxel merch with their Adidas logo, probably the first of its kind. My take would be buying IRL kicks from Adidas and having those kicks available to me in the Sandbox. So now they're generating two revenues with physical and virtual goods. Now, the bigger partnership announcement from Adidas is from one of the most well-known crypto exchanges in the US, which is Coinbase. On November 25th, 2021, they announced that they have partnered with Coinbase. If you think about Coinbase's most recent move toward creating an NFT platform, you can probably make a connection there that this is probably nothing. Coinbase has announced multiple projects and artists that will be on their platform. Now, will Adidas be their first big name brand to drop their Genesis collection? Who knows, but it's definitely one to keep an eye on. One thing I've noticed in secondary marketplaces that has partner drops like OpenSea with ASICs, the marketing buzz isn't there. If you are in the NFT marketplace and have a partnership with a well-known brand, you would think it was easy to sell out and generate hype. That isn't always the case. Let's look at Mattel with their Hot Wheels NFT. It probably wasn't the ROI that they expected, so they decided to move to a different chain and not pursue what they dropped on Ethereum. The Adidas and Coinbase partnership has to be carefully fleshed out. You do not have to worry about onboarding people that is Web3 native, but rather the masses that will argue that you can right-click save your JPEGs. I wouldn't be surprised if new news about Adidas Originals and Coinbase NFTs come out within the next 2 weeks. So what do you think of Adidas' moves towards the Sandbox game? Will Adidas drop a collection in Coinbase NFT? Let me know, sound off in the comments below. Tap the thumbs up for this video because it doesn't cost any gas and it lowers the gas fees on Ethereum. Don't forget to subscribe and turn notifications on if you haven't already. Check out the other videos on the Sandbox game. That'll be at the end or at the bottom in the descriptions. And also there is a newsletter that I will start to publish soon. Stay legendary and I'll see you in the Metaverse.